Good afternoon on what is a cool, grey and slightly damp day. It is Wednesday the 14th of August and I'm in the Read Nook with a nice hot cup of tea. And a box to continue unboxing. And if you've been watching any of these videos, you'll recognise this box because it contains all of the releases put out by various publishers for Free RPG Day 2024, which took place on Saturday, June the 22nd. And thanks to the good graces of Wayland's Forge, I have access to all of them, and I've been slowly unboxing them and showing them off before giving each of them a good review. As ever, I am here with my glamorous assistant.
Hi there.
Who will be calling out a random number to determine which one I look at today and on every other day. So we are getting to the end of these. So we actually only have 3 options in this pack. So my glamorous assistant, would you like to call out a number between 1 and 3, please?
Number 3.
Number 3 is the Shining Shrine, an adventure for 2nd, 7th and 12th level. Hope you brought sunscreen, and it is part of Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting. There we go. Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting, a 600-page jam-packed tome, thrilling adventures of rules for tracking, crafting, and harvesting items, monsters, spells, and player options. Includes 3 supplemental PDFs available on the web store. So let's have a look inside. This is a supplement for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. They're really kind of released sort of like at the tail end of the current iteration of Dungeons and Dragons, because obviously at Gen Con this last weekend or so, Wizards of the Coast released what is termed Dungeons and Dragons 2024, which is an update a decade on after it was released. Anyway, back to the Shining Shrine, and I have to be very careful with that because, hey, it's awkward alliteration. So we've got contents page with the long story laid out there, and QR codes to get more information, and it's actually really quite nicely illustrated. And inside we've got a guide on how to use the book, on how to run the hunt, and essentially what kind of experience points the player characters should expect to receive and the Dungeon Master be awarding. We get into the hunt itself, background to it, and the summary of what's going to happen and potential adventure hooks to get the player characters involved, including details of an NPC, 3 flower, a gnome, and then we've got the first of the locations. So here's Spring Garden. This is where the first hunt will take place, I presume, and they'll pick up clues along the way. And face a battle ahead, including waves of monsters. So there's wave 1, Sun Bear. Presumably, that's the illustration of the Sun Bear. Wave 2 is an actual whole constellation. And wave 3 is a supernova. And then we've got an optional ending, black hole, which is quite an escalation, I should think, talking in galactic terms, but obviously not going to be quite that dangerous, I presume. Then we've essentially got dealing with the aftermath, what happens next, treasure to be gained, harvesting to be attended to, essentially harvesting the corpses of the creatures that have been hunted, can be used and sold. Appendix A has got some various magic items in it. Again, nice illustrated. So you've got like bronze bokken, wind ripper, a ring of bird's eye maple, and a sun catcher. So these are nicely detailed and illustrated. You've got more magical items here. A sunwing bow, so on. Details on magical meals. And I like the sort of like the idea we've got a sunwing bow Sun Eater Feather Frond, a Sun Feather Shroud. So you could actually go through the whole. You could really equip yourself as sort of like a Sun Warrior, if you so wished. And Appendix B is all new spells, things like Blinding Radiance, Enrage, Flare, and the Bends. And then Appendix C is new creatures, which includes the Fairy of Fire, Sun Eater Owlbears. So adding a bit of flair and light to the traditional or classic signature monster from Dungeons and Dragons, as you can see from here. That is an owlbear. It doesn't necessarily look like it, but you look closely, it does, because it's kind of overawed by the brightness of the sun. And you've got various types of these, young, adult, and so on, even up to ancient. So can be encountered again and again. Sun sprites. Appendix D, familiars. That's an unexpected addition. So you've got like a sun snacker as a familiar, and a pattern of its growth over the time in which it is your wizards or sorcerers or warlocks familiar. Essentially, you can you basically treat it, as a monster you can train, so on. Appendix E, wizard, school of biomancy. Appendix F. How many appendices are there? Rakin, which is a new character species available to take as a player character. And Appendix G is sounds, which can be played during the adventure. And that's it. Then you've got Royalcus, a couple of adverts for another couple of books, like Royalcus Guide to the Yoko Realms, Lassine's Ledger, Treasures and Trinkets. They look very nicely done. Really nice full colour artwork there. But overall, that's a surprisingly comprehensive book containing quite a lot of bits and pieces in there. So obviously, some of it connected to the adventure, some of it not. But a lot there you could actually bring into a game without too much trouble. Anyway, that is the Shining Shrine adventure for 2nd, 7th, and 12th level characters, plus more. And just check that is. Let's have a look. Let's say it doesn't clearly say who the publisher is. Heliana, I think, is the publisher. So, yeah, that's the Shining Shrine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook for Free RPG Day. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. Penultimately, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, you'll see me out here with a box typically containing a book or game, or in this case, a release for Free RPG Day, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all, of course, accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. In the meantime, and lastly, I want to thank Wayland's Forge for the generosity in providing all of these releases for Free RPG Day for me to unbox and then review. And, of course, to my glamorous assistant for having the patience to sit there and just call out the numbers when I ask her to.
You're very welcome, sweetheart.
Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.